So, you want to start reselling sneakers in 2024? Well, I'm here to give you the essentials and the basics that you need to start. Before we start reselling, we need the essentials, starting off with a printer. For me, I use this HP printer. It costs around £90 on Amazon and is by far the best printer I've used. Firstly, it's a laser printer, so it doesn't use ink. And an issue that I had when I'm constantly printing off labels and sheets to go in the boxes for like StockX, Alias, etc., is that I would run out of ink super quickly. Now, this is a laser printer, so it uses toner, and toner is a lot longer lasting. But not only that, I pay £3.49 a month for an HP subscription that whenever my printer goes low on toner, they just send me out another cartridge. So it works out to costing me £45 a year just for all my ink slash toner that I use. And it is much more cost effective than having to buy cartridges weekly or bi-weekly. Now, it may seem like £90 is a lot of money, but I can promise you now, in the long run, it is so worth it. And this brings us on to our second item, which are label sheets. Now, these are the ones I buy. They cost £14 for 400 sheets. However, each sheet has 4 labels, so you're getting 1,600 labels for £16 or £14 was it? Now what you can do is you can format the printer to print 4 labels per sheet and it becomes a lot more cost effective. Now I have seen people use laser printers, but for me, having one printer that does it all is so much better. All you've got to do is connect it like a normal printer, format it every time you print it, and when you know how to do it, it gets super used to it. If you want to learn, then just drop me a message. I'll show you a video how to do it. I had a look online and it costs about £15 for 500 laser printer labels. However, the sheets that I use, which can also be used on ink printers if you don't have a laser printer, cost £16 or cost £14. I'm getting confused for 1,600 labels. So you're getting 3 times as much and it's much more, and it's much better value for money. Of course, you're going to need packaging boxes and tape. It's quite likely you may have an old box around the house, as in when you need one. You can also go to your local supermarkets and shops and ask politely if they have any spare cardboard boxes, which you can cut down to size if they are too big. And of course, if you need boxes, you can always order them as in when you need them online. The same with packaging tape. It's quite likely you may have some around your house. But I highly recommend, if you can afford to do so, buy in bulk. I tend to buy 500 to 1,000 units at a time, and it makes it a lot more cost efficient. Now, all of that shouldn't cost more than £150 if you're buying tape and boxes as well. However, if you're just looking for the printer and the labels, you may also need just A4 paper as well, which is obviously comes across pretty cheap. Shouldn't cost you more than about £100. So not too much of a startup cost. And if you already have it, then great. Now you know all the essentials you need to package and ship all your products. You now need to know where to get the pairs. So we're going to start off with brand new pairs. So you need all the apps. So you need the Nike app, Adidas, Nike sneakers, Foot Locker, Foot Patrol, SNS, and Hanon, the skate stores like Route 1, the bloody Flat Spot, and the list goes on. If you want a full list, I will make one. You just got to drop me a message on Instagram and I will send it to you. However, acquiring all the brand new pairs isn't always easy, which is why I recommend that you do join a CookGroup. Any of your choice. The one that I'm in is called the Paragn Network. My good friends have given me a link for you guys to join. It does cost a little bit a month, but you're guaranteed to pretty much make back at least double or triple the cost of the group. I've put a link in my description. If you want to join. At the end of the day, it's only going to help you resell. Now, if you want to resell used, I highly recommend you download eBay, Spock, Vinted, Depop, Facebook Marketplace if it's an app or just the Facebook app. And of course, you can go to thrift stores, charity stores, etc. But having all of those apps really does help, as you have a big variety and a lot of marketplaces to actually acquire stock off. And finally, selling. It's the same sort of thing. You need StockX, Alias, Laced, eBay, Vinted, Spock, Depop, Facebook Marketplace. And by having your stock on all of these marketplaces, you're increasing the chance of the product actually selling. So I really recommend you make an account on all of them. Whenever you get new stock in, obviously for brand new, you can't sell used pairs on StockX, Laced, etc. But you can sell brand new on all of them. So definitely get all the apps downloaded. They're all free to use and they all have millions of users using them. So it just really does increase your chances in selling. Now, one of the questions I do get asked quite a lot is,
Sam, how much money do I need to start reselling?
well, the answer is every little helps. It's as simple as that. You could start with 10, £15 buying cheap beta trainers, cleaning them up, making small margins like 5 to 10, maybe £15 on them. Or if you've got a lot of money, maybe £400, £500, maybe £1,000 to start, that really does help because you can really kickstart your reselling career very quickly. So I would say personally, you can start with £15. You could probably start with a tenner if you really wanted to. It just limits what you can buy. Whereas if you had £500, you could buy a lot more than £10, obviously. And the other question is, Sam, what do I sell? Sell what works for you. For some people, it's football boots. For some people, they just sell Air Max 90s. Could be just Yeezys. It just do what works for you. Do what you have an interest in. If you have no interest in Air Maxes, it's probably not that valuable to you to sell them. But if you're interested in Yeezys, focus on Yeezys. Yeezys you can pick up very cheap. Here's an example of a pair I saw on Vinted that sold for 20 quid. All you need to do is put them in the washing machine, list them up for 50 quid. They're going to sell like that. And in fact, if you're patient, you could probably get upwards of £100 for them. That being said, you just need to remind yourself that if you're starting down here, you're not going to get to there overnight. It's all about time and patience. So if you're reselling and you're not seeing as much progress as you like to, then you've just got to persevere and get over every barrier as you go. And what you'll realize is when you get into the swing of things, you'll realize how easy it is to actually buy stuff and sell stuff. And then you're going to start making some good money. So what I've done to make it easier for the newer resellers or the more experienced resellers is I've made a free Telegram group that you guys can just join. It's in the link of the description of my YouTube videos. We've got about 70 people in there right now, and we're all chatting on there every day, helping each other out. So if you want to join and want to network, it's free to join. It's never going to cost to join. So you may as well just join. Anyways, if you have made it this far, make sure to drop a lightning bolt emoji in the comment section below. And of course, if you did enjoy the video, feel free to drop a like, press that sub button, turn the bell on, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.